But when we took this data, it was Chrysler, and it's a very muddled picture. And we, in fact, work for Honda. I think you might have saw that on our first slide. Honda is one of our great clients in terms of collecting data, and Honda's working very, very hard to pump these numbers out. How about on the wireless side for the NHL? Who thinks it's AT&T? Who thinks it's Cellular One? Verizon? Yeah, you guys, really good, really, really good. And these aren't that easy, to be honest with you. Okay, sport drink in the NHL. Does anybody think it's anybody other than Gatorade? Everybody, yes, you do. Okay. It is Gatorade. It is Gatorade. All right. I'm going to just go through the PGA Tour really quickly. MasterCard has long had the PGA Tour. Does anybody want to hazard a guess as to why American Express is doing so well here? Anybody got a guess on that? Right. Tiger is a one-man wrecking crew. I mean, he really is. On the airline side, it's Delta in a muddled picture, kind of a horse race there. And then soft drink, it's Coca-Cola by a mile, and fans understand that and know it. So let's change the game just a little bit. Every year, Turnkey Sports and Entertainment puts out something called the Turnkey Team Brand Index. And what that is that we endeavored to measure the brand strength of each of the brands of all 122 Major League sports teams. And I think you may have seen this in the Sports Business Journal. It's been in there a couple years running. I mean, what we really do here is we ask a survey with, I don't know, it's probably got about 50 questions on it. Everything from, you know, what their impressions of the team are, you know, whether they watch on TV, how they interact with the team, do they talk about it at work or with their friends, are they hitting the website, do they feel optimistic about where the team is going, do they trust the owners, do they think the owners are doing a good job, all the different facets of a team brand. And nobody had ever really tried to do this before. And so last year, I want to just see who you guys, if you know or have an opinion about who you think the strongest brand is in all of team sports. Is it, I'm going to give you three choices and then I'll ask you to raise your hand. The three choices are the Packers, the Steelers, or the Red Sox. Who thinks it's the Packers? Who thinks it's the Steelers? Who thinks it's the Boston Red Sox? This is really close, we're splitting hairs here. But the Green Bay Packers, by a hair over the Red Sox and the Steelers. And a lot of you may remember that it was the Steelers 2 years ago that had the strongest brand. So I'm going to just go through a couple of these. On team popularity, which was one of the subgroups that we measured in this team brand index, how popular a team is, and that includes asking like Q rating questions about how popular the players are. What is the most popular team brand? Is it the Packers, the Steelers, or the Red Wings? Who thinks it's the Packers? Who thinks it's the Steelers? Who thinks it's the Detroit Red Wings? All right, really tough. Whoops, I can't go back, but that was the Green Bay Packers. And the Red Wings finished fourth, the Steelers finished third. This one I'll just give you on fan loyalty. The Packers, again, finished very, very strong. In terms of sponsor loyalty, which we define as how loyal fans are to the sponsors of a team, and we don't include that in the Turnkey Team Brand roll-up, but who does the best job on sponsorship in terms of loyalty to sponsors? Is it the Packers, the Spurs, or the Red Sox? Who thinks it's the Packers? The Spurs, the Boston Red Sox. It's the Packers. It's the Packers. All right, we always get a lot of press on this one, but we ask fans to grade ownership of every single team. A plus, that's a great score. B's not so good. C's a little worse. We get owners that get F's, okay? Thinking about the owners now of each team, who do you think, which team's owner got the highest rated score in 2008? Is it the Packers, the Colts, or the Red Wings? Who thinks it's the Packers? Who thinks it's the Colts? Who thinks it's the Red Wings? It's the Red Wings. Mike Ilitch, #1 score as the top owner in all sports in 2008. All right, who's got the largest out-of-market following? Is it the Cowboys? Is Lewis in it? Is Louis in here?
Yeah, we're going to vote already.
All right, is it the Cowboys, the Red Sox, or the Yankees? Who thinks it's the Cowboys as the largest out-of-market following? America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, the Boston Red Sox, Red Sox Nation, the New York Yankees. Yeah. Yeah. Who's the most admired sponsor in all of the United States? Okay, take Canada out of it for a minute. I'll do Canada in a second. This is across almost 50,000 interviews with sports fans, both casual and avid sports fans in 2008. The most admired sponsor, is it, I'm going to give you 3 choices: McDonald's, Home Depot, or Coca-Cola? Who thinks it's McDonald's? The most admired sponsor. We asked consumers, what sports sponsor do you admire the most? McDonald's. Who thinks it's Home Depot? Right? With their Olympic program. Who thinks it's Coca-Cola? Yeah, Coca-Cola. Subway. Subway has come out of nowhere in sports. Nowhere. I'm not saying that because they're our client, okay? They've come out of nowhere. All right, and then in Canada, I'll give you... All right, there's Canada. There's Canada. Nobody cares about Canada. All right. All right. I'm going to go through a couple of the markets really quick now. And I'm just going to give you 2 choices on each market. So this is the strongest brand in each individual city, or let's call it DMA. Okay, and I'm giving you New York here as the Yankees in a really, really close call with the Giants, who, by the way, when we took this was right after the Giants had won the Super Bowl, and the Mets. It's pretty much a baseball market. In prior years, it had been Yankees, Mets, and then everybody else sort of distant, even the football team's distant. But the Giants winning the Super Bowl pushed them up. So who is the top brand in Los Angeles? I'm going to give you 2 choices, the Dodgers and the Lakers. Who thinks it's the Los Angeles Dodgers? All right. Who thinks it's the Lakers? Yeah. Yep. All right. Sort of a surprise at the bottom with the Clippers at the bottom, huh? All right. Chicago, is it the Bears or the Cubs? Who thinks it's the Bears? Who thinks it's the Cubs? It's Cubbies. It is. In Toronto, is it the Raptors or the Blue Jays? The Raptors? Who thinks it's the Raptors? Who thinks it's the Blue Jays? Who thinks it's the Maple Leafs? All right. Toronto Blue Jays. Top brand. Most trusted brand in Toronto. People don't like the Leafs for some reason. In Philadelphia, is it the Phillies or the Eagles? Who says the Eagles is the top brand? Who says the Phillies? This is pre-World Series. Eagles. All right. I'm going to just skip through Dallas. I think people would probably guess that one. I'll give you that one, Louis.
There you go.
San Francisco, is it the Giants or the 49ers? Who says the Giants? Who says the 49ers?